Thank you very much. It is Serious Matters here at ONIF TV. My name is Olukunle Abraham. And of course, I want to talk about this IU, this national chairman of the PDP, who's just stepped aside and, somebody else, a caretaker person will be taking over and then all of that. Wike Wike mocks IU over removal as PDP chair, says, I told him he will go. Now, you see, before I talk about Wiki, I always say that whatever needs to be done should be done and actually done at the right time. Not just being done, but it has to be done at the right time. If you're going to do anything at all, and if something has to be done, it has to be done at the right time. If it's not done at the right time, it will have no value. You will be at the losing end. You will lose honor. You will lose dignity. Now, let's take a stroll back. I'm not a PDP member. I'm only a party to good governance. I'm a party to good governance. And somebody who is competent, somebody who has character, somebody who has everything that is required for us to have that good governance. I am a party to such people. So it has nothing to do with the party you belong to. As long as you have character, you are competent, we are good to go. And so let's take a stroll back and look at, when, for instance, Wike said there was an agreement. We were not there when they had that agreement. That if there is that if the presidential candidate emerges from the north, then Aju will have to resign, and somebody else from the south or southeast will take over as national chairman. That they cannot have both the presidential candidates who they expect to win the presidential election and the national chairman from the same region. And let's assume that, okay, they did all the abracadabra that they had to do during the primaries. Tambowa supported Atiku when he was expected to support Wike, who was said to have sponsored him at some point and all of that. Wike was disappointed. And so we had a carve-out, so-called G5 governors. And they were talking them. It was as if they didn't make sense. Atiku that should have sorted out this matter did not sort it out. Is somebody that could not manage a party? He couldn't manage his own party. They dragged and dragged the whole session, dragged an opportunity. They dragged and dragged. I'm sure those are probably one of the reasons that Peter Obi had to pull out. These people don't know where they're going. These people are self-centered. I was expecting that Aju, for the sake of peace and unity, coordination, for the sake of the victory, proposed victory of the party, expected victory of the party, he should have easily stepped aside and it would have been honorable. My question is, why did he not step aside? Why did you eventually leave the office? You for sit down there. You for sit down there. Sit down there. Sit down there. After you have made the party to fail. Because if the likes of Wike was in that party, Seyi Makinde was there, Autumn was there, there was no breakaway. We kept saying a house that is divided against itself cannot stand. But pride will not allow you. Pride is a destroyer. That's why I pity some of these people who are spokesperson today and they are talking all sort of things. Look at you today. Are you not at the mocked end? Are you not the receiver of mockery today? Why did you leave the office? Why did you eventually step aside? You first sit down there. Failure. Failure personified. You made the party to fail. You made the party to fail. You made PDP to fail. What is wrong with you and power in this country? What is wrong with you? You just taste power, national party chairman. Now you don't want to come out again. You don't want to come out again. What if people like you become president? You will elongate your tenure. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with our people and power? That once you just get there, governor he said, don't worry, I will just use fourth term. When he gets there, he will find his way using second term. And after using second term, he wants to go from second term to becoming a senator. And then they will retire as senator. They will go there and spend 20, 40, 50 years where your children should be. What is wrong with us? Oh, no. When I saw that the stage, I was wondering. I said to my family, why did he step aside? Why did you step aside? Sir, why did you step aside? You don't get shame. You don't have shame, not an out of shame. Put Wike aside. Put Sheyi Makinde aside. Put Otom aside. As an elderly man, should have taken a decision in the interest of the party. In the interest of the party. You put your ego aside. When something is collective, you set your ego aside. It's not a matter of ego. You put your ego aside. You put your pride aside. When it is a collective thing, you handle party as if say na your family business. I say na your family business. You are chairman of the party. Are you the one that put yourself there? Why you not nominated? Why you not put there? It's only in this country that you elect people and the people now begin to lord it over you as if you are not the one that put them there. Well, Nyesom Wike, governor of Rivers State, has reacted to the removal of EOHRU as the national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, PDP. On Tuesday, the People's Democratic Party National Working Committee appointed Umaru Damago as the party's acting national chairman. The PDP appointed Damago about 24 hours after a high restrained IU from presiding over the party's affairs. Speaking at the inauguration of phase 1 of the Trans-Calabari Road in Degema local government area, Wike said he told Ayu that he would be removed. You see how God works? All those people who are plotting evil against us, they are now the ones suffering it, Wike said. So, if you do anything, I will pepper you. Do you see how I pepper them now? Are they not the ones suffering it now? Ayu said nobody can suspend him, but today he has packed up from the office. We have an acting chairman now. I told him, Ayu will go. Whether you like it or not, you will go. Wike said it was wrong to assert that only the National Executive Committee of the party has the power to suspend the national chairman. There have been calls for Ayu's removal after the presidential primaries election of the party in 2022. In August 2022, the Cable reported that the G5 governors demanded that Ayu should resign as a precondition to back Atiku Abubakar, the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party. Was that not enough for the man to step aside if he really wanted the party to win? If he really did want the party to win, was that not enough for him to step aside? The party's leadership crisis persisted into the general election. On Sunday, the People's Democratic Party in Benue State suspended Ayu over alleged anti-party activities. They should have done that a very long time ago, but going him out of the place. The suspension letter dated March 24 was signed by 12 executive members of Igro Ward, Bokole local government area of Benue. The executive member claimed that Ayu worked against the success of the party in the ward during the election. A day later, a high court in Benue granted an interim order restraining him from functioning as the party's leader. Nto. I don't know what is wrong with you people. You have power. Just small power. Just keep you small power like this. You don't want to make it go again. It is still serious matters on ONIF TV. Please feel free to drop your comment. Make them simple and civil. Thank you very much for watching. God bless you. Bye-bye.